Welcome to another episode of Tech Talk, where we show you how to embrace technology to move your business forward. I'm Remya Warrior, the chair of Tech Talk, and today our guest is Jennifer Snyder. Jen Snyder teaches women how to turn their blogs into profitable businesses. She loves working with women and teaching them how to build business so that they can earn an income on their own terms. Today's topic is fantastic freebies. Do you want to learn how to generate new business referrals online? Learn how creating an opt-in offer and growing your email list can bring you leads while you're working and even sleeping. Hi, Jen. Welcome to Tech Talk.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Well, thank you for taking the time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things to talk about. It's a great way for traditional brick and mortar offline businesses to take their business online and get business from working just online. And like you said, even while you're sleeping. It's fun.
Right. And just so everybody knows, I was following Jen because I really loved her website. And I am in one of her groups, and I did this course with her. So I know how much information she actually gives. So it's a treat to have her here.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. All right. So the floor is yours.
All right. So I'm going to share my screen. And see if we can get...
Okay.
There we go. Okay. Sorry, the pictures are... There we go. All right. Can everybody see my slides okay?
Yes.
Okay. So, like Remya said, I am here to talk about opt-in offers and landing pages. And two really big things that are going on right now in internet marketing, digital marketing, blogging. It's a great way to get traffic to your site and to get business, to get leads for your business. So, going to go over how I discovered this and how I was failing at it and what changed for me, why email is still really important in this social media world, why your opt-in offer is the key to making all of this work, how to put a landing page with it to increase things, to increase your leads, and then tips to increase your conversions and some do's and don'ts. So this is a good webinar for you if you have no idea how to generate business online, if you have no idea what a landing page is or an opt-in offer, or you've heard about these things, but you have no idea how to make it work for your business. It's a good webinar for you if you're frustrated, if you're not getting email subscribers. This is something that you've looked into and it's not working for you. Or you hear that people are working online in your industry and they're not, and they're building their email list and you really aren't sure how to, but want to learn. And you want to bring in more business. You want to bring in more leads. You want to bring in more email subscribers without having to beg people to sign up on your site or, pay for advertising. This is a great opportunity. So I will also be covering landing pages, what they are and why you need one. It's also good. I will be explaining how it can work for your business specifically. And it's a good spot for you if you have no idea what I'm talking about, because I like to go to things very detailed so that it's an actual step that you can implement in your business. So a little bit about me. I have a real estate background, actually, which kind of fits in the interior design space. I worked in real estate marketing for over 10 years and recently started Women Winning Online, my blog now, where I teach women how to work online, because that's what I spent the last 3 years of my real estate career doing. Working with real estates all around the world, actually. So I like to teach women how to do this from home, because my thing is, if I can do it, you can do it. So I want to jump in right into social media, or right into email, and why it's so important, considering everyone's all about Facebook and Instagram, especially in the interior design business. Instagram is huge, but email is still really important. So 9 reasons why. Email followers are more loyal. They show up for you. I sent an email out this morning that was super embarrassing, but I put it out there. And I'm getting so many emails back. Thank you for being real. Thank you for being honest. It's actually an email. I usually share a lot of my emails on social media. I'm not going to share it on social media because it was just really that vulnerable. And it's uncomfortable to be that vulnerable in front of that many people. It's easier to do in email one-to-one. So email followers are more loyal. Going along lines, it's more personal. You can have those one-to-one conversations. I always liken it to going to a party. Party being the social media. If you're at a party, you're not going to stand in the middle of the room and say, you know what, I'm fighting with my husband this week. My kids are driving me crazy. We're, $3,000 in debt or whatever the case may be. You're never going to stand in the middle of a room and say that. But you will talk to a friend in a corner and be like, you know what, I'm having problems right now in my marriage. You will be personal. And that email is the same way. People will email you and say, you know what, this is how I really feel. This is what I really need. I get emails like that all the time. They do not go into my Facebook group and say that because that is being vulnerable in front of a lot of people. And it's not personal. Email is just so personal. It keeps people coming back. This is probably my favorite part, especially for what you guys do, is that it keeps people coming back to your site. It reminds people who you are. So you can set up an email list and keep in touch with them once a week. So they may not be ready to do something with you right now, but stay in touch with them for 6 months. And when they're ready, you're going to be the first person they think of because you've consistently stayed in touch with them. This is my number one favorite part of why email is even more important than social media. You own it. It's yours. It's your property. Facebook can change an algorithm, which they do all the time, and it drops your traffic for your website. Instagram can do the same thing, especially now that they're owned by Facebook. This happened a lot when the buyout happened. So email is yours. You own it. You get to decide when it gets sent out, who sees it, what goes in it. So this is the number one key. This is my number one thing for people is it's yours. You build it. It's yours. It's your platform. Another thing is you could do target marketing. So, for example, let's say you have somebody that's interested only in kitchen rentals. You can put them on a list and send them targeted information that makes them feel like you really get them and that you understand what it is they need. So you're not sending them whole house makeovers or new baby rooms or things like that. You can really target your marketing, which makes people feel special and makes them want to work with you. There's less competition in email. On Facebook, we're looking at photos of babies. We're looking at funny cat videos. Some people get into political fights. Not me, because I'm not doing that. But there's just less competition in email. You have so much going on in Facebook. Email, you're in and out. You're looking at any email. You're deciding what to do with that email. No competition. You can also increase followers to your blog because when people come to your website, you don't want them to be one and done. You don't want them to just go and visit and not come back. And in this day and age, we're too busy. We don't remember the websites that we visited, and we don't bookmark things like we did in the late 90s and early 2000s. So you want them to be on your email list because that will actually increase followers because you can remind them that your blog, your website exists. It also increases page views, which is a big metric for bloggers. And whenever you send out an email and you're linking to other pages, your favorite posts or new posts, things like that, increases your page views. And email, if you want to monetize online at all, even offline, is key. You just have to have it. I'm in the middle of a launch right now, and I'm getting more business from my email list than I do from my Facebook group. My Facebook group has 4,800 people in it. My email list has 2,400. So I'm getting more business just from the email list. So when I was doing real estate marketing, I knew this was important. I knew I needed to build my email list. I knew that this was going to be important to make my business grow and my blog grow. So in January, I had 37 leads. In April, it went up to 295 just because of what I figured out. So I started this blog because I wanted to teach real estate agents marketing strategies instead of just doing it for them. And I wanted to help them where they needed it and give them the content that would actually help them grow their business. I was writing all this great content, and I was getting emails, literally people thanking me daily for all this content. But nobody was signing up for my list. Or, by the end of January, I think I had a whopping 72 people sign up. And I had been at this for 3 months. I was super frustrated because I knew that email was what I needed. But what was really hard is that I was working around the clock to build this blog and this business to give me more time with my family, but it wasn't working. And it was the very thing that I wanted was more free time to spend with my kids, and my husband was being taken away from me. So I had to figure out something else. I knew there had to be a better way to automate this, to make it easier, to make it so that I could get leads in my sleep, literally, or while I was playing Play-Doh with my kids. I had to figure it out. So I studied a lot of the experts. I researched, I studied landing pages, I studied emails, I still studied list building, I studied a lot of stuff. I wrote a better opt-in offer, and then I wrote a guest blog post that people wanted to read on a very popular site. Usually when I wrote guest blog posts, I sent them to my homepage of my website. Instead, this time I decided to send them to a landing page, which scared me. But at the time that post went live, that guest post, I was on a plane to Phoenix with my kids and my husband. And I had the Wi-Fi turned off because you really can't have Wi-Fi on work and do anything when you have 3 little kids on the plane. So when we landed and I turned on my phone, I was absolutely shocked. In the last 4-hour flight from Minneapolis, where I live, to Phoenix, I had gotten 29 leads. Now add that with January, just in the whole month of January, I got 34. In 4 hours, I got 29. It was amazing. So what was even cooler for me is that while I was on vacation, I literally was getting these leads. I would get in the pool with the family, get out, check my phone, more leads. We'd go on a walk after dinner, come back, check my phone, more leads. It was insane. I felt literally like I'd won the lottery. I had this magical formula all figured out. So this formula, this is what it looks like. If you want to generate business online, if you want to get leads online for your business, this is the formula that I've developed. First, you have to pick a niche that you want to help and make sure they're searching for things online. Pinterest is going to be your best friend for this. Write the perfect opt-in offer they want to read. You have to be able to solve a problem. You have to pick a topic that they're struggling with. What are they struggling with? Ask those questions. Choose your landing page platform. Create your landing page, and I'll get into what these details are in a few slides. Put it in autopilot, meaning it goes to an email service. Like, for example, I use ConvertKit. So when somebody signs up for my email opt-in offer, ConvertKit, my landing page and ConvertKit talk, and ConvertKit sends out my email automatically to people. So that's the automation part. So it works while you're sleeping. It works while you're playing with your kids. Works while you're working with clients. And then promote the heck out of that landing page and that freebie. So a typical website, and this is what mine used to look like, is you have your blog posts or your services that you do. Some people have ads up, your bio, and your social media sites. I mean, looks like a decent website. But these are the mistakes that I see happening on a lot of websites out there. A lot of them are cluttered. Too much information, not enough white space. It just is that you don't even know where to focus. So if your eyes don't know where to focus, because we have so many options on the internet, they'll look away. They'll just click away. A lot of people put ads on their sites and it's overdone. There's an ad every other paragraph. That doesn't work. People feel like it's spam and that they can't trust you, and they'll click away. Another big mistake I see people making on their websites is they have a bad about page. So an about page isn't actually about you anymore. It should be about the client, your ideal reader, your ideal person that you want to work with. It's showing them who they are and how you're going to help them. Another thing I see a lot are bad fonts and images. There's a real big thing push right now for gray fonts on websites. It makes it hard to read. Images, we are an image-driven society, especially in what you guys do. Very visual. You want to make sure you're using modern graphics, modern images, and looking really professional. But the number one mistake I see a lot of people making on their websites is they don't have an opt-in offer. So what is an opt-in offer? I've kind of talked about this a little bit, but to be specific, an opt-in offer is a free report, a guide, a checklist, a quiz, a resource page that you can give somebody for free in exchange for their email address. It's often referred to as either an opt-in offer or a freebie or a lead magnet. So 5 common opt-in offers, quote unquote, that I see out there that are ineffective in my opinion. One is get my latest blog posts. People aren't going to sign up for that. It's not, they want to know what's in it for me. People want it. That's the society we're in. We want to know, how's it going to help us? What's in it for me? Get my latest blog post doesn't help them with that. Subscribe now. Again, same thing. They don't know, why would they subscribe now? What are they going to get? This is one of my favorites. Printables, worksheets, and more. It's like, okay. My mind immediately goes to, well, what's the more that I'm getting? And what kind of printable? What kind of worksheet? Is it going to help me? Or is it just something else that is in my email? Join my newsletter. Another one where people are like, why would I do that? I don't need more email. And then the most common one that I see is none at all. So many people don't do opt-in offers. But before I throw anybody else under the bus, I'm going to throw myself under the bus. This was my very first opt-in offer I ever created for my real estate marketing website. It was terrible. I created it. I thought it was good enough. It was fine. And that people would love it. But we all start somewhere, right? You got to start somewhere. So I had somebody actually download this and email me right away and say, remove me from your list. This was a terrible piece of information. There's nothing new here. That stung. Not going to lie. That one stung. It was one of the hardest emails I've ever received. But once I got over it, I knew that what he was saying to me was right. Our email addresses are a valuable commodity. We get so many emails. You really have to make it worth somebody's while to get their email address. And I felt like I had abused his trust by giving him this crappy opt-in offer. So that, right then and there, that's how I changed how I did my opt-in offers and have ever since. I researched what people wanted. I wrote my opt-in offers better than my blog posts. I literally want somebody to download my opt-in offer and go, wow, I can't believe I got that for free. That's always my goal. So in this real estate marketing website, after doing that, I got, from these 3 landing pages, I got 345 leads to my email list in just 30 days. And that's after getting like 72 in 3 months. It was insane how it exploded once I figured this out. And I'm going to tell you, these 3 landing pages are not even good landing pages. I can't imagine what it would have been like if I would have done this a little bit better too. But I learned from that as well. So how do you create the perfect opt-in offer? This is the $64,000 question. This is a question I get asked all the time. The first thing you need to do is determine your niche. Pick one specific niche you want to help. Are you working with just stay-at-home moms? Are you working with outside working, women that work outside the home? Are you working with newly married couples? If you can focus in more on a niche, you can speak their language. You can pick more than one, but I like to start with a niche and then a problem within that main niche that everybody kind of will have if they land on your website. Then you want to research them. Where are they hanging out? Facebook groups, Instagram, Twitter, other blog sites, people commenting. Make a list of what you're hearing them say, what they are struggling with. For example, like I struggle with interior design because I don't have the time to deal with it. That's one of my issues personally. So look for questions like that. Keep a log of it. Keep a swipe file. Do a survey of your niche. This is one of my favorite things to do. Put a survey out there with open-ended questions. What are you struggling with? If you could wave a magic wand over your home, what would you like it to look like? Share it on your social media sites. If you have an email list, share it with them. Make sure you're sharing with people that are in your niche so that you're getting answers that make sense for you. Something I've done in the past in both my blogs that has worked amazingly well, I've gotten on the phone with people. Ask open-ended questions. Say, ask your survey questions, but ask them on the phone and then let them talk. Don't interrupt. Don't lead them to questions or answers. Just ask open-ended questions. gather all this data. It's a lot of work up front. It's a ton of work up front, but it will pay off with getting more leads to your email list. So the number one way to create an opt-in offer is to take time to actually get to know your niche. Do the work up front. It will pay off. Find out what people are struggling with. What are their pains? What are their issues? What do they want? What are their desires? What's their home life like? All the factors that go into who they are. Be the expert on your subject. Blog about it. Do Facebook Lives about it. Do podcasts about it. Be out there talking about your subject. Be the expert. Then give them true value and solve the problem with your opt-in offer. When you go to analyze your data, what I like to do is I put it all in a spreadsheet. If I get 106 responses like I did on my last survey, it all goes in a spreadsheet. I use Google Forms for the survey, and I can click a button and it goes into a spreadsheet. And then I just sit there and I read it. And I read it 4, 5, 6 times. And I look for a common theme. I see what jumps out at me. And that's how I start to create a good opt-in offer. Group like items under categories. And then find the most popular question and solve it. So, hot opt-in offer types. What worked a couple years ago doesn't necessarily work now. You know, ebooks used to be really popular last couple of years, but they're not as popular because people don't have time to read through that kind of stuff. The best opt-in offer is going to solve a problem, and it's going to solve a problem fast. It's going to solve it right now. So give your reader a small win. Give your clients a small win. So a small design tip that will make them feel good. It gets them feeling good, and then it gets them trusting you. Checklists and worksheets are really good. Anything actionable, reference guides, top 10 items, how to do something is a really good one. So I talked previously in a few slides back about landing pages, okay? So how does an opt-in offer and a landing page go together? And what is a landing page, right? So a landing page is the fastest way to get new email subscribers. It's the least expensive way and with the highest rate of return. And it allows you to target your niche better, guaranteeing higher conversions for you. My landing pages right now are converting at about 62%, which thrills me. That makes me so happy. So what is a landing page? A landing page is a single page on your website focused on one niche with the goal of converting that visitor to a lead. So a landing page does not have a navigation menu. A landing page does not have a sidebar. It doesn't have a footer. It doesn't have your services. It doesn't have your testimonials. It says headline for your opt-in offer, 3 to 5 benefits, sign up here. I do testimonials about my opt-in offer on there so that people will subscribe, but it doesn't include anything that would make them click away without giving you their email address. So what's the difference between like a website or a blog and a landing page? A website has a ton of different pages with general information, lots of distractions, lots of ways for people to click around. A landing page is one blog dedicated to one niche with one goal of getting their email address. There's no distractions. A lot of people have said to me, do I need both? If you want to get email leads online, if you want to gather business online, if you want to get leads while you're working, sleeping, playing with your kids, you do need both, period. A blog or a website is good for sharing ideas. A landing page is good for generating leads. My favorite 6 things about landing pages that I love. They work for you while you're working, sleeping, or even taking downtime. It's an ongoing source of leads for you. It's not a one-time offer. It's an ongoing lead machine that you can put this pin for a landing page on Pinterest, and you could be getting leads all day. You could be getting leads right now while we're talking. It's an ongoing thing. It's not like a postcard that you mail out. You know, it's an ongoing practice. It also gives you instant credibility with somebody that's checking your website. They go and say, you know what? This person is speaking to me in my language. They get me. I trust that. I'm going to download their opt-in offer. So it's building that instant credibility with somebody. It also allows you to be the boss of your lead, the boss of the person visiting your website. So when people come to your website, they decide what pages they're clicking on, the about pages, your services, your testimonials. On landing page, you say, you know what? You either sign up for my list or you don't. So you get to tell them what they have to do. And really you have a 50-50 shot, and which is higher than any other page on your website. Outside of a landing page, your about page should be your highest subscribing page. But landing pages work better than a home page, a pop-up, any of that. And by targeting a niche on your landing page, you actually increase your SEO rates, which is amazing. I did this. I wrote about millennials and real estate marketing, and I landed myself on the top spot of Google within like a week. And I had a huge opportunity to come across from that. I actually went out to Staten Island and was invited to speak at the Staten Island Board of Realtors Global Real Estate Symposium because of that opt-in offer, literally, and getting on the first page of Google from it. So they're awesome. A lot of common fears people have about landing pages. If I don't include a link back to my site, they'll click away without figuring out who I am and how I can help them. People worry that they will annoy a visitor by asking for their email address. And I can promise you, if you're giving good information in your opt-in offer, they'll be happy to download it. They'll be thrilled. They'll say thank you. People don't know what to do with it once the landing page is up. Some people have ads on their sites worry that they will miss out on revenue if they don't get them to their site. But the thing is, you're going to miss out on more revenue because those people aren't coming back. They're going to be there. They're going to be one and done. And then some people say, I'm not an expert in my field. What do I have to offer? And I would say, you know what? You don't have to be an expert. You have to be a contributor. Your idea, your unique take on a subject, give it to people. We want that. So a landing page is considered a hyper-targeted page. What is that, and why does it matter? Like I mentioned, Google is favoring hyper-targeting pages. They need to stay relevant. They need to stay current. Landing pages do that because you're focusing on one niche, one target, and they will, and they know it's useful. So that's why they bump you up in the rankings. Another reason why hyper-targeted marketing works is that people are looking for the exact information that applies to them. We know that we can find it. The internet is not new for us anymore. So let's say I'm moving from Minneapolis to Dallas. I know I can literally Google my suburb to suburb and find information about it. I can Google moving from Lakeville, Minnesota to McKinney, Texas, and I can find a forum or some information about somebody who's done that. People are looking for this information. Why are people looking for specific information? Because we don't have time. We do not have time to go down a rabbit hole of page 3, 4 on Google. We know we're not going to get anything on those pages. We don't have time to be digging for information anymore. We want the information we need, and we want it now because we know we can get it. And hyper-targeted content builds trust and loyalty. Like I said, when they land on your landing page, they see that you're speaking them in their language, that their words that they use to say what they're struggling with. And so they begin to trust you immediately. So, design. Let's talk landing page design. What should you do for landing page design? First of all, create a headline that captures attention. We have the attention span of goldfish, literally about 3 seconds. Sad, but the internet has contributed to that. Make sure you have a headline that captures attention, that makes people say, you know what, they are speaking to me. So like for me, I wouldn't include a vague, that I'm speaking to just everybody. My website is dedicated to women. So I would say, ladies, are you struggling with? Then they know I'm talking to them. Write a strong call to action for your opt-in offer. Don't just say try free. Say download it today. Get it now. Instant download. When your download button, you want it to be very specific. Also put the opt-in offer above the fold. Above the fold is anything where you don't scroll. So the first thing you see when you land on a website is above the fold. If you have to scroll down, that's considered anything where you scroll down and see, that's below the fold. You want to put the opt-in offer where they can see it. I used to put it below the fold, which was just because I was scared that people wouldn't download it. Put it both places, but definitely put it above so that they don't have to scroll down or guess where it is. I'm sorry, I thought slides messed up. Add testimonials to improve credibility. I like including testimonials about the opt-in offer itself. I get a ton more conversions when I do that. If you can't, include like 3 testimonials about your services. Include a picture of you, recent, not one taken last year, not one taken 3 years ago, one taken recent, one that looks professional. They want to see you as a real person, not a robot, not a salesperson. And pay attention to colors. You don't want to do a lot of reds and oranges. Stick to warm colors, blues and greens. I like using orange for the download buttons, but other than that, make sure you're sticking to colors that feel warm, that don't feel attacking. If you don't for landing page design, don't have multiple calls to action. Don't put your opt-in offer out there and then 3 blog posts. Don't put an opt-in offer out there and then a link to your services or an about you page, because I can promise you, you will lose leads. People will be like, oh, I can come back to this, and then they don't. Do not ask for too much information. Ask for a first name, ask for an email address. You need to be able to sell over email. Do not ask for a phone number. Do not ask for an physical address. They won't give it to you. If they do, it'll be fake. I promise you that. Just ask for email address and name. Describe the features of your offer. Don't describe the features of your offer. We buy for emotional reasons. We don't buy because a washing machine is white. We buy because the washing machine is going to get our clothes clean faster, which means we have more time to spend with our kids. That's why we buy a washing machine based on speed, okay? Do not sell to everyone. Don't sell to everyone looking to get interior design work on their home. Just pick a niche and go with it.
Jen, can you just talk a little bit more about the features? Because I think that is one of the things which a lot of people get confused.
Yes. We talk about features a lot because they're easy to state. Buy this camper because it will fit all your kids inside. There's a place for each of your kids to sleep. The kitchen is brand new. And so I'm looking around mine thinking right now. But what somebody should be selling instead is, buy this camper. You have plenty of space to make memories with your family. Plenty of space in a kitchen where you don't feel like your kids are on top of you, but you still get to have the camping experience. So you really want to speak to somebody's heart, to their emotion, how it makes them feel.
Okay, and how it affects the lifestyle.
Yes, absolutely. Great. Yep.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Yep, absolutely. Another thing is, don't make this page about you. Don't talk about all your accolades and the awards you've won and how many people you've worked with or that celebrity client. Actually, don't make this page about you. People don't care about you until you care about them. And right now, they're looking to solve a problem, not learn about you. So keep it about them. You can talk about you once they're on your email list. And don't include a navigation menu. Don't include a home button. Don't include a contact page. Just blank it out. So I know this will make people feel uncomfortable. So if it does, you can always include your phone number at the top or your email address. You can put it in the top right. If you're uncomfortable, I doubt you'll get any feedback from it, but you can certainly try. If it makes you feel nervous that they would click away without contacting you. So tips to increase conversions on your landing pages. Add a video of yourself. Just a quick hi. Thanks for landing on my page. Looking forward to getting to know you better. I hope this option offer helps you with this problem. Identify your niche by name. Like I said, I call mine out and say ladies or women. Identify your niche by name. Test out your landing page. Test out different headlines. Don't test A, B, C, D against E, F, G, H. Test A against B and then A against C. Test it out to see what works. So you test headline against headline. Okay, find one that wins. Then test headline against subheadline. Test it to see which converts better. It has to be mobile friendly, period. Google is now dinging pages that aren't mobile friendly, dinging websites, and have been for the last couple of years. Your landing page has to look good on mobile. Be crystal clear. Don't be vague in what you're trying to offer. Be very clear. List the benefits very clearly. add social proof. That's kind of like the testimonials or your number of followers. 3,000 people have enjoyed this download. It's a good way of social proof. Use simple grammar. Don't use complex words that make people think. I know that sounds terrible, but if we have to think about what a word means, you've lost us. That's hard. That's always been hard for me. I love big words. I think they're fun. But when you write, you really need to keep it simple. And make sure your form to fill out is very easy. It's a no-brainer. First name, email address, button, done. So once your landing page is up, your opt-in offer is ready to go, you need to get people to see it, right? So some popular ways or ideas to do this are guest posting on popular blogs in your industry, running Facebook ads, posting in Facebook groups, or using Pinterest group boards. In your case, in your industry, I would really focus on Pinterest like a lot, and I would focus on Instagram a lot. That's what I would do. So this is the process of how this works. I just want to kind of go over it now that I've given you each piece of how a prospect finds you online, it follows your system, and you get a new client. So let's say that you run a Facebook ad or you have a Pinterest pin out there. The prospect sees it and they want to say, oh, that sounds like me. I want to learn more. So they click on it and they go to your landing page. They say, oh, this is exactly what I was looking for. Then they enter their email. They go, yep, this is for me. I know this is what I want. They get it automatically in their email. They're super impressed with you because they figure they're going to have to wait a few days to get it because we're still kind of used to that. When they get it right away, they think, you're awesome, and here, you're solving their problem, and you're solving it quickly. And you're super excited because now you have a new lead for your list. You can follow up with them and say, you know what, would you like to meet with me, or what can I answer for questions? But this is how you take a prospect online and convert them into a potential new client. So if you want to get leads online and you're not, here are some reasons why. You're not asking for their email address. You have a terrible opt-in offer like I did, or you have none at all. You don't know what your audience wants. You're not giving them what they need. You're assuming what they want. You're writing what you think they want to hear. And you aren't using landing pages, and you're directing people just to the homepage of your website. And this is true. Let's say you're out at a show and you're showcasing your talents. You give them a business card. I wouldn't give them a business card with my homepage. I would give them a business card that goes to a landing page. You want their email address. You want it. So this formula again, pick a niche that you want to help. A lot of times it's fun to think of your favorite clients. Who do you love working with? Start with them. Write a checklist is a great opt-in offer. That's a great, especially in your industry, a great opt-in offer idea. 10-point checklist to make over your living room in a weekend. I would download that. I would so download. That would be a really good one, actually. And make it easy. Make it so they can get a win. Choose the software you're going to use for your landing page. I use Thrive landing pages. It's actually Thrive Architect now. I absolutely love it. Super easy to use. Drag and drop features. And it works with a WordPress website. Create your landing page. Automate the opt-in using email. I like ConvertKit for my email. Again, really easy to use. And then advertise your landing page and your opt-in offer. Get it out there for people to see. So that is the end. If I can stop sharing my screen here and hop on and answer any questions.
Cool. Wow. I mean, I've already done your course and I still had a couple of moments, I have to tell you.
That's good.
That was amazing.
I am so glad. All right.
Okay.
There we go. My ring light. I have a ring light and it stands right in front of my. There we go.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. So in the chat session, I would love to see if you guys have any questions. And also, please do share some of the aha moments that you had. I can tell you one of the things that for me, that my opt-in did not work is because I've been doing everything wrong.
We do that. I did. I I mean, I had somebody call me out on it. It was brutal. But I'm going to tell you, I've taken a lot from that and made money from it. So I'm not so sad about it anymore.
Right. All right. So we have Bruce who says, thank you for the information. We have a very large email database of existing customers. Any ideas for emails to solicit repeat business?
I like sending, I send an email out once a week to people, and maybe a little much for your industry, maybe every other week, maybe once a month, but make sure you're doing it consistently without fail, no matter what. And don't send it on the first of the month. Do not send it on the first of the month. October 1st is coming up, and I think it's a Sunday. Sunday and Monday, watch your email inbox for your personal email. You're going to get 25 emails from the local restaurants, from real estate agents, from other people. Do not send an email that you want to get read on the 1st or the 2nd of the month. So after that, make sure you're doing it consistently. So mine go out every Sunday. And I include a quick tip. I also just really like to be real, Bruce. I sent out an email last week. The last week I sent an email. I said, you know what? I launched this new thing this week. It's been a fun week, but it's been a long week. My 4-year-old has been in front of the iPad way too much and has had way too many Oreos to bribe him to be quiet so I can get things done. So people want to know that they're connecting with a real person, not just a brand trying to sell them something. So, be a friend, act like a friend over email. And then include a quick tip. You can poll people and say, what is something you want to learn? And then include a quick tip every week in your email, or include a resource like a blog post that you think they might like. If you're doing targeted marketing, if you have a large email database, if you have people that say, you know what, 6 to 12 months, I want to remodel my kitchen. Send them little things over the next 6 to 12 months, little tips about getting ready for a kitchen remodel, things they should be considering, ideas. Just think about what you would want if that was you. That's my advice.
And coming back to the emails, now you said you send yours on Sundays.
Yes.
Right? Is there another, like a weekday that you would probably suggest if it's not a Sunday?
Maybe Monday, Tuesday.
Monday, Tuesday. Okay, so the beginning of the week is better than towards the later part of the week then.
Yeah, people are engaged on Facebook Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So Wednesday is kind of a dead day.
That's what I've been doing wrong again.
I sent out an email this morning. I'm kind of regretting. I wish I would have done it yesterday, but it's all an experiment. Wednesday is kind of a dead day for social media, for email. It's just kind of a dead day.
Okay, so Sunday, Monday. And are there any times that is better, or does it not matter with the email?
First thing in the morning.
First thing in the morning is always better?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, so Rona Spiegel asked, what is Thrive and how do you use it?
Thrive is a landing page software. Do you want me to pop up a landing page?
How about showing yours? Because I think that is really an awesome one.
I will show them. Sorry, I'm going to have to move my ring light over. It might get a little dark for me. Okay. So this is one I just created. Okay. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a landing page. And what I did is I used Thrive to create this landing page. So you can see there's no navigation menu. There's no footer. It's literally just, do you want this? Click here to get it. Here's some testimonials. So if you look like at a regular landing page or a regular website, so this is my regular website. You see on the landing page, I get rid of all that stuff. And it's not, this is, what it looks like. So I use Thrive. Thrive makes it look pretty like that. Thrive takes away the navigation menu. It takes away the footer, the header, the logo, everything. It just really presents me with a blank page plus a template to make it look good.
Okay, cool.
I can share a link if you want.
Oh, link to your
Right.
landing page?
Or to Thrive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sure. So yeah, I mean, I used to use lead pages, but now I've converted to Thrive. Thanks to you.
Yeah. And this is my affiliate link for full disclosure. So lead pages is expensive.
Yeah.
Thrive is $67. That's a one-time fee.
I think they also have some monthly plans. I don't
They
know.
do have a monthly plan. I am on their monthly plan. It's actually, I pay annually. And it's awesome because you get access to all their plugins. And that's really great.
Right. All right. I'm going to go to the next question. Susan Globus asks, should the same website designer design your landing page or a specialty designer?
I think they can be this one and the same. You just need to make sure that they know how to do it. First of all, a lot of website designers will try to make it more complicated to charge you more. That landing page I showed you took me 15 minutes.
Oh, wow.
So, and no,
Right.
I don't do them professionally. I wish I had time. But be careful just to know that they know how to do it, and they're not going to say it's going to take hours because it just doesn't. Maybe if they don't know how to do it, it could take an hour at most.
Okay. So if like we were going to do it by ourselves, it might take us an hour to figure it out and to do it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
My best advice, if you're doing it yourself, if you buy a plugin like Thrive, just use their template. They have great templates that they've tested that they know work. So use their template, put in your colors, put in your logo, connect it, and be done with it.
Mm.
Don't try to get fancy. Don't try to get creative if it's not your thing. Use their templates. They're awesome.
Okay. Cool.
And believe it or not, that's what I did. That's one of their templates. I just put in my stuff. I didn't create that from scratch.
Okay. So basically, so the coding is, everything else is already done for you. So you don't really need it. You just need the information. But the copy part is what is going to be important in this.
Right. Right.
Right? Yeah. All right. So Susan has one more question for you.
Yeah.
If the client comes to your site before going to social media, can they link to your landing page? If the link is titled special offer or tip, how can it seem more professional?
So there's a plugin you can get for WordPress. There's two. There's one or two. If you guys are using WordPress, one is Yoast SEO. I'm going to put that in here. Or Social Media Warfare, Social Media Warfare is a paid plugin. That's the one I use, actually. What you can do with both of those plugins is you can decide how it gets shared on Facebook and Twitter. I like Social Media Warfare because you can decide how it gets shared on all the social media platforms, including Pinterest. So you decide the image so that it looks good on Facebook and looks good on Twitter and looks good on Instagram because they all have different sizes. And then within those plugins, you can decide what that page says. So it may say free offer, but you can change it to say, first-time home buyers, click here to get. You can change that verbiage using those two plugins.
Yeah, I did end up getting the Yoast SEO, but then I don't know what to do with it. So that's the problem.
Yes. Well, if you're in this, my friend Renee if you're in the society with us, she will help you with that because she's got a whole. Actually, she has a great blog post too. I can tag you in that.
Okay, cool.
She set that up for my ladies.
All right. Okay, so Rona asked, how do you automate that from Thrive?
So Thrive connects to my email company ConvertKit. So what you do is you attach the API, which sounds way harder than it is. It's literally just copying over and pasting some code. Super easy. And I have this all on actually my website, I think, to show you how to do that. But you connect it to ConvertKit and Thrive using the API. So basically somebody goes on there and enters their email. Thrive talks to ConvertKit. ConvertKit says, okay, new lead, and sends out the email. And then in ConvertKit, you tell ConvertKit what to do when that email or when that email address comes in.
Yeah. And there are a couple of other platforms just like ConvertKit. I have been using MailChimp for a long time. I might end up switching in the next couple of months or something, but I want to have everything else set before I do that.
Right.
But yeah, there are a couple of other things that are available.
Yep.
And then you just basically write a list of emails, and as soon as people click on it and sign for your freebie, the email gets sent automatically.
Right.
Right. Now, do you have any suggestions for how many emails you should do for the first one before you're sending out that freebie?
So I do send the freebie out right away. That's the first email that goes out. And then the second email I send out is, do you have any questions? Because it gets them talking to you and the relationship started. The other thing I like is it gets you past their spam filter every time. So if they reply to you, you are now considered a friend by their email service, by Gmail, by Yahoo, whoever they use. You are considered a friend, and they will not mark your emails as spam.
Now, I also have heard that it's very, for me, it has been personally very difficult to get emails back. As in, even if I ask the questions, they don't really reply back.
Yeah.
But I've heard that from a lot of people that it's not just me. A lot of people.
Oh, yeah, your percentage will be low. It will be. That's the thing. And that's why you want to have a huge email list. Like, I have 2,400 people on my email list right now. That's really small. It's actually really small. I should be more in the, I should be in the 20 to 25,000 range.
Right. Because, yeah, you've been at it a long time. So for people like us, I think that's a lot. That's a big thing.
Shoot for your first 100. Don't shoot too hard.
Right. Yeah, I have a little bit more than, I think a little bit more than 150 or something right now. But I still don't really hear back from them.
It can take a while. You just got to be consistent. Consistent is key with email marketing. And it will also depend on your market too. When you work in only certain areas, you won't have, like when I used to work with realtors, it would be really hard for them to have an email list of 50,000 people because they only work in a certain geographical location.
Yeah.
Whereas I work all over the world, so it's different.
Right. Well, any more questions? It's the last call for questions. And if you don't have questions, I would love to hear an aha moment from you. All right, something that you never thought and something that you just got some kind of like an aha moment. For me, it was on the business page, you said put your landing page in, not your website. That was a big aha for me because I've always been putting my website address.
Yep.
So now also on the social media, because I think I'm pretty good with the social media, I keep consistently posting. On that also, would you suggest putting the landing page instead of your main website?
Yep. If your goal is to build your email list to get leads, to convert them into real life clients, then yes. Like LinkedIn, you can change your URL to be your landing page. Facebook page, change it to be your landing page. Twitter, Instagram. You want people on that email list.
Okay, cool. And you also have a couple of different landing pages, right?
Yeah, I have, I think, like 6 or 7 now. I do.
So do you advertise, like you concentrate on advertising one first and then after that you do something else? And is that how you're doing it? Or?
Yeah, I rotate it because our eyes get used to seeing the same thing all the time.
Right.
So, I had one for social media traffic, how to get lots of traffic from social media. I've done that one heavily for the last 4 months. And when I see the traffic start to dip with people signing up, I just stop doing it and I create a new one. Or I'll create a new one based off a topic that I think is really popular right now and put that out there.
Okay. And you're not really linking the landing page to your website at all? All right.
It is. For me, it's on the homepage of my website. There's a menu button for freebies.
Oh, so when they click on the freebie, they're going into this landing page.
Yes.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yep. So I advertise it on my website too.
Okay.
Yep.
See, that's another big aha moment for me. So I'm like, okay, how do you really basically pull everything together into one place? So that is still your website.
Yep.
And then when they click on this particular freebie, they go into your landing page.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Now things are starting to make
I
sense.
love when that happens.
Awesome. All right. Any more questions? Last call for questions. Okay. So Rona says this is totally brand new for me. Thank you for bringing this information to us. Something new to learn. Keep the brain functioning. And see you on Monday at the Liberty Science Center. All right. Well,
I'm glad.
yes, this was a lot of information and a lot of good information.
I know, it's a ton. It's a lot.
It's a lot of information. Yes. Susan also says thank you for the information.
You all are so welcome.
All right. Can I have at least one person write in one big aha moment for you guys? Even though there were so many. So please, let's get at least one from someone.
Well, it's a lot of overwhelming information.
Right. And, be the expert. Okay. So Michelle says, be an expert. So you have to show up as an expert.
Yep.
Cool. All right. And then we have Susan, who says more than one landing page was a big aha for her. Thank you, Susan. And she is definitely one of our senior designers.
Cool.
And she does libraries.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Super specializing, right? Talk about that. And a very, very sweet person, too.
That's cool.
Thank you, Susan. Love having you here. All right, so hopefully I get to meet all of you at the Liberty Science Center. If you haven't signed in for that event yet, please do. It's going to be a spectacular day. And I'm going to be doing a lot of Facebook Lives. So do come and say hello, because I would love to interview some of you. So please come and say hello to me. And since we don't have any more questions, I think we can wrap it up because it is at the top of the hour. So Jen, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
It was so fun to do this.
Okay, good. And I guess I'll see you in Women Winning Online for sure.
Yes, absolutely.
And in the follow-up email, I'm going to basically send your information with your website. And it would be wonderful for people to come and join her Facebook group. Do you want to actually put your Facebook group on there?
Sure.
On the chat section?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an incredible group, and I've gotten so much value out of it, and it is a free group.
Yep.
So check it out for sure. There's so much value in there. There's so much information. So do join the group, and we'll hang out there for sure.
Absolutely.
Because I'm in there a lot. And she just started out another. What is that? Do you want to briefly talk about it?
Sure. It's called the Society of Women Winning Online, and it's actually a paid membership site. It's exclusive paid membership site for women bloggers and online business owners. So anybody looking to take their business online as well. And it's a more intimate mastermind where we're going to be doing accountability challenges. So we're getting stuff done and having guest experts come in and share their tips with us. Any course like I have 3 courses. You get access to those all included. So just a more way for me to be able to help more one-on-one. Yeah.
And I mean, the reason why Jen is here is because I've already done a course with her about this fantastic freebies. That's why I actually asked her to be here showing us how to do it. And there is just so much information in just that one course, which I have done and I haven't completed, which is why I don't have my landing page yet, but I am quite there, almost there, and I still have questions. So That's why she's here, and that's why I'm here too.
Absolutely.
All right. So definitely check out the Facebook page and join there because there is a lot of information. And I think we're going to be wrapping it up today. So once again, thank you so much for being here, Jen.
Thank you.
And thank you all for being here because I do appreciate everybody's time and you guys taking the time to come in and being here. So until next time, I'm Remya Warrior and I'm signing off from Tech Talk. Bye-bye. All right, cool. Thank you. So I guess I will see you on your Facebook page.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to doing that whole thing with you.
It's fun. It's yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's been nice to get back to the kind of the smaller numbers. Last year at this time, Women Winning Online was only about 900 people. So it's been nice to
grow
a smaller community.
Right. All right, cool. And I did meet Darcy, thanks to you.
Oh, she's the best.
I text her, I'm not text her, but like message her quite a bit. She's awesome.
She's sweet.
Yeah.
She's in there too. She's one of my community managers helping me help others.
Right. Yeah, I know.
Yep.
I've read your emails. and I've been on your page. So
thank you.
A while now, right? Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Cool. Thanks, Jen.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye. And thank you, Sam.